Well, I have a question here from Colin from Ontario, and he says, Minister Blair, when are we going to see a public inquiry into the Nova Scotia murders, and why have you used this tragedy to punish law-abiding firearm owners? Well, now that's a loaded question.
Well, it is, but you know, I will tell you, I announced today, Hedy, that we passed the order in council this week, and today we've named the third commissioner to the Nova Scotia inquiry, Dr. Kim Stanton, who is exceptionally, eminently qualified, much respected, has done some really outstanding work on, you know, on public inquiries, on issues of policing, issues of feminism, and she brings an incredible perspective and lens to that. So now we've rounded out the team. The order in council has established the terms of reference. The secretary is being established, and so it's all a go. It's all the work has been done. Now the work it's no longer, there's no political element to this. The work is being done for both levels of government, Nova Scotia government and the federal government. We've set the terms of reference in the order in council, and now it's up to the three commissioners, led by a former Chief Justice, Michael McDonald. It includes Ms. Leanne Fitch and now Dr. Stanton. We have a remarkable group of commissioners who have that job to do. And I'll tell you, in the hours, in the immediate aftermath of April 18th and 19th, when this terrible mass shooting took place in Nova Scotia, I reached out to the Attorney General of Nova Scotia and I said, it's very obvious that the people of Nova Scotia, the victims' families, but everyone needs answers. They need to know what happened here. And it has to be impartial and objective. It can't be the government. It can't be. So we began working on the conduct of a review. Over the ensuing months, you know, we worked out terms of reference. We reached out to people that could do that review for us. There was, we heard from families. The families said, we don't want a review. We want an inquiry. We listened. We announced that, okay, we'll have an inquiry, and we've appointed them. Unfortunately, the third person that we named to it wasn't able to participate. And so we've now come up with a third person. And so that work is proceeding. It's really important that we get answers for those families, for the victims' families, but also for their community, for people of Nova Scotia, and right across Canada. I think there are lessons to be learned from this terrible tragedy on a number of different fronts. I would actually take a little bit of issue with the suggestion that we use this. I'd simply remind people that I had expressed my intent to bring in the prohibition of military-style and tactical assault weapons. It was in my mandate letter. It was, first of all, it was in the platform. We all ran on this, as you'll recall, in the summer of 2019. It was the platform that our government ran on. It was the third plank. When we became government, the Prime Minister put it in my mandate letter, and we worked tirelessly to draft up the appropriate list of weapons. I will tell you, after the Nova Scotia shooting, I was deeply personally troubled and personally regretted, because I thought if we'd only prohibited these weapons sooner, we might have been able to prevent that tragedy. There's no guarantee that's possible, but I think I'll always be haunted by the possibility that we might have been able to not have that happen, but it did happen. And so we did exactly what we told Canadians we're going to do. And by the way, Hedy, and I'm very encouraged by this. We've seen a lot of evidence of very strong support right across the country. The overwhelming majority of Canadians know this is the right thing to do in every part of Canada. And although I've heard dissenting opinions from the gun lobby and from the gun industry, it's still the right thing to do, because I don't work for the gun lobby, Hedy. I work for Canadians, and I'll do whatever is necessary to keep them safe.
Well, thank you, Bill. I think some of what we're hearing from you is that you now have your three independent commissioners to do this investigation. And I think what sometimes the viewers and the listeners to this don't understand, that especially when you are working with another level of government like the government of Nova Scotia, you both have to negotiate people that everyone agrees is impartial, and that takes time. It doesn't happen in a day. And so I'm glad to find that you have found three people that are going to be impartial and have support and public trust in getting this done.